Namaste all. Today we are going with the excretory system. We have already discussed how organisms get rid of gaseous waste generated during photosynthesis or respiration. Other metabolic activities generate nitrogenous materials which need to be removed. The biological process involved in the removal of these harmful metabolic waste from the body is called excretion. So excretion is a biological process of removal of harmful metabolic waste from our body. Different organisms use varied strategies to do this. Many unicellular organisms remove these waste by simple diffusion. In the case of amoeba, contractile vacuole is there, and from the surface of body into the surrounding water, hydra also. As we have seen in the other processes, complex multicellular organisms use specialized organs to perform the same function, excretion. Excretion in human beings. The excretory system of human beings include a pair of kidneys, a pair of ureters, a urinary bladder and a urethra. Kidneys are located in the abdomen on either side of the backbone. Urine produced in the kidneys passes through the ureters into the urinary bladder where it is stored until it is released through the urethra. Class 7, you studied about excretory system of human beings in detail. So now, how is urine produced? The purpose of making urine is to filter out waste products from the blood. Just as carbon dioxide is removed from the blood in the lungs, nitrogenous waste such as urea or uric acid are removed from blood in the kidneys. It is then no surprise that the basic filtration unit in the kidneys, like in the lungs, is a cluster of very thin-walled blood capillaries. Each capillary cluster in the kidney is associated with the cup-shaped end of the tube that collects the filtered urine. Each kidney has large numbers of these filtration units called nephron. The structural and functional unit of kidney is called nephrons. They are the real site of filtration in kidney. Nephrons packed close together. Some substances in the initial filtrate such as glucose, amino acids, salts and a major amounts of water are selectively reabsorbed as the urine flows along the tube. The amount of water reabsorbed depends on how much excess water there is in the body and on how much of dissolved waste there is to be excreted. The urine forming in each kidney eventually enters a long tube, ureter, which connects the kidney with the urinary bladder. Urine is stored in the urinary bladder until the pressure of the expanded bladder leads to the urge to pass it out through the urethra. The bladder is muscular, so it is under nervous control, as we have discussed elsewhere. As a result, we can usually control the urge to urinate. So the process of filtration in nephron is clearly mentioned in the video provided along with this module. Please go through the video. You will understand how the nephrons are filtering blood and how urine is formed. Now next topic is dialysis. You may be familiar with the term. Dialysis is primarily used to provide an artificial replacement of lost kidney function, that is renal replacement therapy. Due to renal failure, that is kidney failure, dialysis is an artificial process of eliminating waste or diffusion and unwanted water, that is ultrafiltration from the blood. In a healthy man, kidney does this process naturally. In a healthy adult, kidney is or healthy human being, kidney is the site of excretion and also for osmoregulation, balancing the ions in the body. Some people may have damaged or failed kidneys which no longer filter toxins from the blood. They do purify blood through dialysis. Here the picture, artificial kidney, that is hemodialysis. In your textbook it is given detail. Kidneys are vital organs for survival. Several factors like infections, injury or restricted blood flow to kidneys reduce the activity of kidneys. This leads to the accumulation of poisonous waste such as urea in the body, which can even lead to death. In case of kidney failure, an artificial kidney can be used. An artificial kidney is a device to remove nitrogenous waste products from the blood through dialysis. Artificial kidneys contain a number of tubes with a semi-permeable lining. You can see the diagram here, suspended in the tank filled with the dialysing fluid. The fluid has the same osmotic pressure as blood, except that it is devoid of nitrogenous waste. The patient's blood is passed through these tubes. During this passage, the waste products from the blood pass into the dialysing fluid by diffusion. The purified blood is pumped back into the patient. This is similar to the function of the kidney, but it is different since there is no reabsorption involved. In the case of kidney, nephrons reabsorb water and some minerals at their end points. Normally, in a healthy adult, the initial filtrate in the kidneys is about 180 liters per day. However, the volume actually excreted is only a liter or two, 1.5 also there, because of the remaining filtrate is reabsorbed in the kidney tubules. So another video is attached with it. You can see the process of filtration clearly. Now we are moving with the next topic, that is excretion in plants. Plants are completely different strategies. Plants use completely different strategies for excretion than those of animals. Oxygen itself can be brought off as a waste product generated during photosynthesis. Actually, it is not a waste, it is a byproduct. We have discussed earlier how plants deal with oxygen as well as carbon dioxide. They can get rid of excess water by transpiration. For other waste, plants use the fact that many of their tissues consist of dead cells, and that they can even dose some parts such as leaves or even twigs. Many plant waste products are stored in the cellular vacuoles. Waste products may be stored in the leaves that fall off. Other waste products are stored as resins or gums. Especially in old xylem, plants also excrete some waste substance into the soil around them. Thank you.